today, the drill we're going to do, I like to call the copycat shadowboxing drill. I'm going to throw a combination, then I'm going to imagine that my imaginary opponent is throwing that same combination back at me. I'm going to defend each of the techniques, and then I'm going to cap it off with a counterattack sequence after I've defended all of the techniques that I just threw to begin it up. It sounds complicated, and if you're not focused, it can be kind of complicated, but it's not really the concept of it is pretty simple, and you can keep this as simple, or you can make it as complicated as you want to. So for example, when I throw a jab cross, my imaginary opponent is going to throw a jab cross back at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my jab cross, step up into it, and then as my opponent comes back, jab cross, I'm going to parry their jab, parry their cross, and then I'm going to come back, hook, and finish with a cross. Or I can come back, hook, finish with a knee, bang. I can finish off with as complex and as many parted of a counterattack as I want to. But I've got to deal with each of the attacks that I first threw before my imaginary opponent comes back. So the set off is jab cross, bang, bang. That's what your opponent's going to do back. That copycat, that invisible copycat is going to come back, jab cross. You're going to parry it, and then I like to come back with the hook here, boom. It's nothing written that says that that's what you have to do, but that's a good counter. After you parry that cross, a hook right there is a nice way to come back. So hook there, bang. I like to follow with the cross, but you can go hook here, boom, up into a kick, whatever you like, okay? But the main idea here is I'm going to throw a couple of attacks, 2-3 attacks. Opponent's going to do the same 2-3 attacks back to me. So on jab cross, opponent jab crosses. Alright, now that we got that concept, we're going to make it a little longer. I'm going to go jab, cross, hook, uppercut. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Opponent's going to go jab, cross, hook, uppercut. I like to parry the straight punches, boom, boom. On a hook, I like to cover like this. You can go here, you can bob under, whatever you like to do best. Okay, parry, parry, cover that hook. When they go for that uppercut, it's going to come from their power side on my lead side. I'm going to either catch it here or slip off. Okay, so I like to cover, boom, either slip off or cover, catch at the wrist, boom, so that uppercut doesn't reach you, bang, okay? Then I'm going to go elbow this side, follow here, bang, okay? So I go 1, 2, bang, 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 opponent goes 1, 2, hook, uppercut. Parry, parry, cover, catch, elbow, elbow, okay? So I'm always imagining that my opponent just threw what I threw. Okay? Alright, start working some kicks in, and I'm going to check my opponent's kick. So I'm going to go jab, kick, bang. You can either come up and over just a bit, or you can spin it around, bam, kick. Then opponent's going to go jab, kick. I'm going to parry that, bang. They go for that kick, I'm going to check, bang. Come back, kick same side, bang, land, cross, boom. So my whole sequence, jab, kick, land, they jab, kick, parry, check, kick back, land, cross, bang. Okay? So my whole sequence becomes as I said, you can make this as complex as you want to, or as simple as you want to. So you could stick with jab cross. You keep throwing that jab cross, opponent keeps throwing that jab cross, you keep parrying off, bam, bam. And you can parry, parry, parry down, reach up, grab, knee. You can go with different counterattacks, but you can keep starting off the same way, and then your opponent comes back with the same thing you did, and you pick different ways to counter off of that initial sequence. As you've done these little offense, defense, offense sequences many times, they're going to start becoming part of your muscle memory, and they'll pop out without you having to think about them. So if you execute them in shadowboxing, when your opponent starts to throw one of those combos that is such a staple that we're so used to throwing ourselves that your opponent's going to automatically do those, we've practiced defending against it and countering back instead of just in our shadowboxing just going these same basic attacks. We've practiced countering off of those basic attacks, defending them, and then throwing a counter attack off of them. Again, you can make it as complex as you want to. If I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, kick, boom, finish with the teep here, bang, and I've got to defend all those attacks of my opponent. So I went 1-2, I went 1-2, lead hook, kick, lead side teep. So then my opponent would go 1-2 hook, I would go parry, parry, cover, I would check the kick, and then when they go for that teep, I would sweep it away, bang. You can follow through, so if I sweep it away this way, boom, I can step through, bang, kick that bottom leg, and reset. That's a nice way to counter off of a teep. So I would go 1, 2, 3, kick, teep, parry, parry, cover, check, sweep it away, step through, boom, kick that bottom leg, and then I'm back. Another option there, I can air catch that teep. So I would throw 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 kick, boom, teep with the front side, bang. Then my imaginary opponent does the same sequence. Parry, parry, cover, check, and then I would bring my hips and my hips and stomach back a little bit. Boom, catch that teep. One hand on top, one hand underneath, and then I can raise it up and walk forward. Boom, go for that dump, bang. And then I can just keep on shadow boxing, keep executing the same drill. 1, 2, 3, cross. Opponent goes back for the same thing I just did. 1, 2, cover, parry, bang, bang. Reset. So you can go as complex or as simple as you want to. One of the things that people in training, when I start giving them the option to do a free round, they'll start trying to go, well, I don't want to do the same thing the whole time. But really, the more you get reps of those basics, the better you're going to be at them. So don't be afraid, okay, I'm going to start doing copycat shadow boxing, but all you're doing to start off with and all your imaginary opponent is doing back is jab cross. That's fine. That's a good drill too. 1, 2, opponent comes back, parry, parry, and then you choose ways. Parry, parry, come up into that kick. Bang. Parry, parry, hook, cross. Parry, parry, hook, slide in, get that elbow. Bang. Okay? You can make up your own sequences that all make sense, and each of them that you practice a lot, you're going to get better at. Go from grip. Please join us at the end of the week for our video workout. See you guys.